I'm here today at B&M Bargains in Oswestry. I'm still waiting to be educated on the correct pronunciation for this town. And it's been a few weeks since I've been here, so I'm very keen to get inside and see what new plants they have. B&M went really early this year with palms and exotics, and so I'm fairly confident that they will have some interesting plants inside. And I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? Past some beautiful blossoms on the way here. Some really nice white ones. But these pink ones are lovely as well. So really nice to see as you're driving about this time of year. Let's go inside and have a look. And straight away, you can see some palms and exotics over there, which is lovely. We'll start as usual by just taking a walk down here. And there's some really nice grasses here. It's Lamandra, white sands, very tactile, quite stiff as well, which is quite encouraging. Probably holds up to the wind and whatever else the weather can throw at it. £12.50 for those. Lots of spring bulbs, obviously. Don't spend too much time looking at those. Nothing too exciting down that aisle. Bedding down here. And also some magnolias. So these are just coming into bud. These are £16.50. Sometimes I don't think that some of these plants are bargains. Got some bamboo here. Do you know what I mean? £16.50 for that. It seems about the right price to me. These are £30, these Philostachys bamboo. And quite a nice thick comb on here. Probably doesn't look it in the video, but they're decent plants. 30 quid. Again, it's about right. You know, this one's only got 7 combs maybe in the pot. So that is about right. They've got these plants. I can never remember the name of these. And I'm not going to try and pronounce that actually. But it has got a beautiful leaf to it. Orcubas, I bought some of those before. I've also bought some of these Fatsia spider webs last year. I think I bought about 5 plants. These are £8.50. This Nandina looks quite nice. Got a nice sort of kind of symmetrical leaf shape or leaf structure, which is something I really like, and obviously you get that with lots of palms and other exotic style plants. That's £10 for that Nandina. We've got some more Fatsias over here. These are the standard Fatsia japonicas. And they're £4 or 3 for £10. We've seen plants like that before. So let's carry on looking. Got some more Fatsias over here. These are bigger ones at £25, which again, like, I don't know. I mean, that's probably an all right price, but it's not a bargain, I wouldn't say. This one is a lovely. Having said that, this one is lovely. Just cracked the pot there by picking it up one-handed. Yeah, it is lovely. It's coming into leaf there. And it's got some nice, quite, relatively thick trunks, but the £4 plants will probably look like that in maybe 3 years. So I guess you're paying 20 quid for 3 years, 3 years head start, which, you know, is fine for some people. If you can afford it, if that's what you'd like to do, then that's the perfect plant for you. I do think there is something to be said for buying smaller plants and watching them grow. And I personally get great pleasure from doing that. But at the same time, it would be nice to have some instant impact, wouldn't it? So it's personal preference, of course. These euphorbias look quite nice. Very nice indeed, actually. These are £8.50. Ascot Rainbow. I'm quite taken by that. Then we have some olives here. These are £25 for these little lollipop olives. And some rhododendrons at £12.50. They don't look as good as the Home Bargains ones from my last video, although they are absolutely full of flowers. And there's nothing up here today, so we shall carry on heading straight towards these plants up here. This is probably what you've been waiting for. We've got a very poorly looking olive here. This is the one that's been security tagged. So bring your secateurs if you want to nick this, so you can get that off. And let's see what we've got here. So we've got 2 of the large Trachycarpus fortunei plants. These are £150. This one is, or has, a marginally taller trunk, I would say. And it is, let's do a live measure. And this is official. 1, 2, I think we could say 3 foot of trunk on that. And then another probably 4 foot of fronds. So we're looking at 7 foot of total height once it's in the ground, because there's also 1.5 foot of pot there. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these £100 olives, and that is what that one used to be, or still is actually. It's still got the tag on, but this has been here all winter, and it is coming into to bud quite nicely. Just probably isn't perfect, in perfect condition at the moment. So we've got 4 of these £100 olives. I like to try and understand the commercials of things, just in general, but particularly plants. So we've got 4 of these £100 olives, that's £400. We've got 2 of the £150 Trachycarpus fortunei. And by the way, these do have a nice big pot, root ball. That's what I was going for there. Nice big root ball. For the size of the palm versus the trunk, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's a really good size actually. So we've got £250 palms, that's 300. So on this pallet is £700 worth of plants. I don't know, just quite interesting that. We've got 2 of these Yucca rostratas at £85. They're in a bit of a funny shaped pot this year, aren't they? Like a bit of a bowl shape. But we have that one there, which looks very healthy. And we also have this one here, which, do you know what, looks equally healthy. Look really good. I know that some of the ones last year flowered. This one isn't showing any signs of flowering. And the 2 that I bought last year from my parents didn't flower or haven't flowered yet, which is good. I didn't want it to. Here we have 2 of these tall, very slender, I don't know, I'm not going to pronounce that, conifers, let's say. So Italian conifers, that's what I'm going to call them. And they look fantastic, but do you know what? £50 doesn't seem like a bargain to me. They look lovely, but you probably need a row of 10 of those to have some really good impact. Now these are bargains. These are the waggies, £37.50 waggies. I don't think they're quite as big as the ones I bought last year. Not that I'm showing off. Oh, we've got some shamrocks here as well. So we've got 3 shamrocks, 2 waggies, and this one here is a standard Trachycarpus fortunei at £37.50. Now I know lots of you are experts, but for anyone who's wondering how I'm doing this, I haven't been in and had a look around first. I've just recognised that these leaves are big, droopy, a bit floppy, a bit damaged where they're bent over. Whereas the waggies are polar opposite of that, really. Look, they're so stiff. They're a lot smaller. There's no damaged leaves because you really struggle to bend them over. And for that reason, they're great plants for high wind conditions. There's actually another Trachycarpus fortunei there as well. So you've got 2 to choose from. I always think it's good to buy plants in pairs or in multiples. 3 would be even better. 4 would be even better than 3. 5 would be even better than 4. We could go on. There's a single cordyline australis here at £37.50. I suspect there were several more on this pallet when it arrived in store. We've got some £50 camellias here. And some more of these rhododendrons. Again, absolutely full of buds. So they will look fantastic very soon. They're £40, or these ones are £40. Then we've got a smaller cordyline here at £10. This is described as Verdi, cordyline Verdi. Not quite sure exactly what that means. Then on these trolleys, we've got yet more cordylines. So we've actually got some bargain cordylines here, some red ones and some green ones at £5. Great little root system coming out of the pots. Do you know what? That is the perfect root system on that. A lot of people say that B&M plants are rubbish and they're inferior to specialist growers. I know it's only a cordyline, but that is absolutely ideal because you can get that out the pot without damaging any roots. These are really susceptible to root damage. It's a very young plant, but that is a real bargain. But yeah, any more root growth than that, and you could actually start damaging them, which is very detrimental to cordylines and several other plants as well. The red ones, yeah, just starting to come out there, out the bottom of the pot. And that actually is, for £5, that is a bigger plant than these very young ones. These are probably only 6 months old. This one is definitely older. So that one is a true bargain. That's bargain of the day, that. And there's plenty like it. They've all got, the formation of a trunk there. Then down here we have the more expensive ones. These were probably £10, like the other one we saw a minute ago. Yep, they're all £10. And they're just, again, a bit more established. And that probably is a year older. These are a year older, I would guess, than the £5 ones. So you're paying £5, extra £5 for a year's worth of growth. And I think that could be worth it. The other benefit of doing that is that it will be a chunkier, more established plant, ready for next winter. I know we're only just coming out of this winter, and I'm already talking about next winter. Depending on your location, of course, both of these probably would survive in most of the UK. But if you are at all marginal, then I would go for the bigger plant. I think that's what I'm saying. I think that's the conclusion I'm coming to here. Then on this final trolley, we have some forsythias. I've mentioned those in some of my previous videos. I got one, I don't know where on earth I came across it, but it is so vigorous. It's the most vigorous plant I've got, and I cut it back probably 4 times a year, and it's still wild. So we've got some I can't pronounce this, euonymus here, Himalaya, and beautiful, not going to say white, but very light coloured new foliage. I expect that will turn the colour of this foliage after a while, a bit like a red robin, grows red leaves first. And then we've got more of these euphorbias down here, and these are both £8.50 each, as are the forsythias, which I think is a great price. Looking round, I think that's it. A few half-dead plants there. I'll just take a quick peek, as I normally do, into the yard, just to make sure there's nothing hiding out there. If it is, it's normally right here in front of me. So no, nothing, no new delivery waiting to come out. But yeah, I know that people really like these Yucca rostratas, as I do. So if anyone does want to get down to Oswestry, B&M, then there are 2 absolutely beautiful specimens right here. It's the next day, and I'm back at B&M Oswestry. My sat-nav said it only added 6 minutes to my journey, so it'd be rude not to. And I had considered, I've been thinking about some of the plants that I saw yesterday, and I think I'm going to need a trolley. It's these lamandras that I'm after. So I'm going to buy 3 of these as a Mother's Day present for my mum. I'm a fantastic son, aren't I? So I'm going to find the best 3 of these because my parents are doing their front garden at the minute, and they've got a south-facing front sort of raised garden that's on a bit of a hill. So I think this will do fantastic in that position. So let's choose the best 3. I've chosen my 3. They're in the trolley. To be honest, they're all pretty good. This one maybe not quite so good, but they've all got a decent root system as well. Just starting to come out the holes at the bottom, so perfect, as I said before. Now I'm just going to have a quick check around to see A, if there's anything new, and B, if anything's sold, if they've sold anything since yesterday. I don't know, just quite interested to see if they have. What I have just noticed, and can't believe I didn't pick up on this yesterday, is that these 2 £150 Trachycarpus are so different. I mean, they're pretty similar down here. I did think the one on the left is slightly better, but look at the leaves on the top one. They're so much taller and bigger. The plant is so much taller, the leaves are bigger. Just thought that was interesting. They have got some new plants. They have taken delivery of 4 of these Yucca gloriosas. These are £18.50 each. I'll grab one to have a closer look at. Looks really healthy. I'm gonna show you the root system there. If you can see, it does feel to me like it's been recently potted up. But yeah, seems like a good buy. Actually, I think they might have another one there. So that's 5 they've had in, plus any that have sold since yesterday. I'm tempted by those. I am. Just going to carry on walking around while I give it some thought. They don't seem to have sold any of the Trachycarpus, the Shamrops, or the Yuccas, or these conifers from yesterday, or the olives. They've got a new pallet. Oh, a new pallet here as well, actually. So these Yuccas, the Yuccas, the unnamed Yuccas. Someone did tell me on my last video at B&M what these were called, and I've forgotten because I'm useless like that. But these are in, along with some more of the cordylines, some really nice looking cordyline australis, and some more of the olives as well, £100 size and the £25 size. Expecting a good year for olive sales. We've also got some more grasses here. This is the bluegrass that looks fantastic. Actually, I mean, it doesn't look fantastic. There's a lot of dead leaves, which can normally just be pulled out or pulled off, snapped off. But they do look a bit tatty after a while. It's hard to keep them really clean and blue. So I'm not sure I'd buy any more of those again. Is that all the cordylines they've got left? I couldn't have sold all them since yesterday. Let's continue looking. I'll just show you if there's anything new. They've had some, they've had a delivery of these Formium jesters, which looks like a really nice, quite compact, delicate looking Formium with some nice coloration on the leaves. Roots coming out of the pot, that's quite nice. My understanding of this species is that it's pretty cold tolerant, but it's certainly not bulletproof. So I think in my location where it's cold and wet, I think we will struggle with this one. So I probably won't buy one of those, but otherwise I would be very tempted because they look lovely. I'm also going to buy a couple of these Euphorbia Ascot rainbows that we saw yesterday. And these are for my front garden project. If you haven't seen, I am about to completely redo my front garden. And it's south facing. And these love sun. So they'd probably be perfect for that. And they're also pretty hardy, I believe. So perfect, so I don't want to protect anything in the front. And I've also seen that that's where the cordylines ended up. They've been taken off the trolley and put on the shelves. I didn't believe they'd sold like 20 in a day. So let's have a look at the root system. Again, there are roots there, I think, starting to poke through, but they do feel, I don't know, sometimes they just feel like they're recently potted up, which is okay. They're stable in the pot. So I'm going to pick the best 2 of these, including that one that I just had in my hand. Don't think we saw these yesterday, but they've also had delivery of some box plants in, both the cone-shaped ones and the balls. Not really my cup of tea, but they are very formal, which is something I do like out of a plant, quite symmetrical. So they certainly can fit in with my style of gardening. My trolley looks pretty full with these 5 plants. So I think I am going to leave these Yucca gloriosas. But it just goes to show that it is worth popping into B&M every 34 hours or so just to see what's new in store. Yesterday there was no sign. I checked the yard, didn't I? And there was nothing. These weren't here. So they've come in and come straight out on the pallets or out on the racking. So they really are on top of it here at B&M Oswestry. This one's new as well. This is quite nice. This lollipop style something or other. This is a viburnum and it's £50. It's lovely, although probably wouldn't buy just one. You probably want a couple of those, and they only have one, unfortunately. So that is everything for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you still are.